good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. I am so glad that you stopped by to visit with me for a little while today. Thank you for coming by on Stella Ruth. So now what are we doing on Stella Ruth today? I got you, baby. What we're doing today is the ultimate comfort food. I am from the South, so I'm from Dallas, Texas, where comfort food, the Southern food is, that's what you use this time of year. It is wonderful this time of year. It's easy to make, and it's really good when you're sick. If you guys saw the last couple of videos, I was getting over a really bad bout. I literally was down for almost 3 weeks. So I had to make this while I was sick, and it made me feel better. Comfort food always makes you feel better. So what are we doing today? Today we are making chicken and dumplings. Yes, that's right, chicken and dumplings. It's easier than you think. So just keep watching. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen. Alrighty guys, again, it's comfort food season, so we are getting ready to make chicken and dumplings, and it's a lot simpler than you think. So we have this pot here, and in the bottom of this pot, I am going to put 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic. That's for flavor, guys. 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic, and I'm going to put 16 ounces of chicken broth. This is homemade chicken broth that I made myself. So just gonna throw that in there. And it's a little chicken skin in the middle of the broth. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. You can pull it out if you like, but it's gonna give it even more flavor. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna pull it out just because I don't want you guys to get nervous when you're making your chicken and dumplings. Okay, so now we put the broth in. So now we're going to cut our heat on to high so it can kind of start. Now, also in this pan, guys, when you see how simple this recipe is, it's going to freak you out. Also in this pan, I have 1 full chopped bell pepper, 1 full chopped onion. I'm just going to dump all that in there. Okay, hopefully you can see inside. I tried to get a good shot. Okay, then we're going to take that half a chicken from when we made the crock pot meal and put in that whole half a chicken. Just put it in just like that. You don't need to cut it up unless you absolutely want to, but you put it in just like that, because when you're going to boil this to the point, guys, where it's going to break up by itself. So once you put your fork and everything in, it's going to kind of start breaking everything up. So excuse me, while this is in there, we're going to put some herb sea salt in, because it has some good herbs in it, like rosemary. And you're going to really put in about 2 tablespoons because you're going to put a lot of liquid in this, and you want to make sure that you're getting all the flavor and it's not just washing all the flavor away. Okay, just 1 to 2 tablespoons of sea salt. Just one usually does it, but you could just taste the broth and do 2 if you like. Then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of pepper, fresh pepper. And then I have a seasoning, guys, that I call Kick the Chick. It's a mixture of coriander powder, oregano, basil, and onion powder, onion flakes, all mixed in together. And it's a couple other things, but it's blended especially for chicken, and it doesn't have any salt in it. So I'm going to put a little of that in just to kind of give it a little more flavor. Things that complement chicken. It's blended for chicken and poultry. So we're going to put some more water in, and what you're going to do is pour your water into the pot until it covers your chicken almost completely. Not completely, but almost completely. There we go. That should be enough water there. See, it's just almost completely covered. Now, we're going to leave this on to boil. Once it starts boiling, you're going to leave your fire on high. Then once it starts boiling, you're going to turn it down to medium and cover it up. And then you're just going to let it cook until the chicken gets done and starts breaking apart. Then we're going to be back. Alright guys, just coming back in to check on our chicken that is cooking for our dumplings. I'm going to use some tongs so I can kind of poke around in there. And as you can see that the chicken is already starting to break up into the broth. And so I'm going to let it cook some more, of course, because we want that like really, really soft so we can go in there and break all of that chicken up and get skin out and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to let it cook a while longer. Roughly, it takes a total of about 20 to 30 minutes cooking in the water or the broth. So we're going to let it continue to cook, and then we're going to come back and check. Alright, loves, here's where chicken and dumplings is getting interesting. Okay, so you see that the water has already started to boil down, where the broth has started to boil down, which is what we kind of want. Now I'm going into here and I'm pulling apart, and you see how the chicken is so tender that it's actually falling apart. I'm pulling bones out of the pot with some tongs, okay? Now, with chicken and dumplings, sometimes, unless you pre-cut the chicken or take all of that chicken out and cut it off the bone afterwards, you're not gonna always get all the bones out. Now keep in mind, I am from the South, people, okay? And in the South, you don't always get all the bones out, and that's okay, because that makes for good broth as well, makes for good flavor. So all I'm doing is going into the pot and pulling the chicken off. You see how it's just coming apart, and I'm getting that bone and that gristle out of there, see? And you know, we had a half of a breast in there, so it should be like a big piece of backbone or breastbone or something in here. And you get in and just cut away everything. Now if you want to, and you want to make an extra step for yourself, this is just my preference, you can cut the chicken off, or you can buy the chicken boneless and use it that way. But sometimes you lose some of that good down home flavor when you don't have all of the bones and everything in it. And that's just a girl from Texas saying it like it is. And like I said, since I go in and pull out as much skin as possible. So now what you're seeing in this pot is mostly chicken. You know, see a lot of chicken. And you see how nice and golden that broth is? It's going to be nice. So now what you're going to do, because it's boiled down so much, we're going to take some water and pour some more water in to fill it up. Okay? Then you're going to cut your fire. Now see, I had cut my fire down to medium, so it was just simmering. So I'm going to cut my fire up to medium high so it can start back to boiling. It smells delicious. Now, we put in enough seasoning to where it should be okay. So what I'm going to do is grab a spoon and test it to make sure my broth still has good flavor. Now I have good flavor, I just add a little seasoning. Yep. Actually, the broth still has pretty good flavor, but I'm going to sprinkle a couple of pinches of sea salt in just to be safe. And I'm going to shake in a little more of my Kick the Chick. About 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to put in just 1 or 2 more pinches of pepper. Now, my mom loves chicken and dumplings, but she loves hers with a lot of pepper. She likes that peppery, spicy taste in hers. I prefer more of the savory broth flavor than the pepper flavor, but that's just something she likes. One of my aunts make a heavenly chicken and dumpling, and she puts a little bit of, I think she puts a little cream of mushroom soup in hers. She won't tell me, but I think she puts a little cream of mushroom soup in hers because it's a little more creamy than I'm used to. But this is a recipe this is something my grandmother used to make for us all the time this time of year, because this is the time of year that looks like a gristle. So I'll pull that out. I don't really see any more bones, which is good. Okay, so now we have our broth and our chicken all in there looking good and tasting good. We're going to let it come to a boil, and then we're going to start on the dumpling part. Alrighty, loves, now here comes the fun part of chicken and dumplings. I'm trying to tell you, chicken and dumplings are not as complicated as you may think. Notice we only have chicken in here. We have onions and bell peppers and garlic and some seasoning in here. And we got our broth that's nice and hot and boiling. Now, you can make dumplings from scratch, but we're not going to do that because we're going to make it nice and easy. We're going to be like Sandra Lee and do semi-homemade. We are going to use store-bought biscuit dough. And that's going to make our dumplings. So, what we're going to do is, it's already hot and boiling, as you can see, bubbling as you can see. You're breaking off your biscuit dough and just dropping it in to the broth. And as you're doing it, I usually use, because I love the dumplings and I love the flavor that the chicken broth and everything gives the dumpling part, I usually use 2 cans of dumplings because I'm selfish like that. 2 cans of biscuits because I'm selfish like that, because I don't want to share all the dumplings. So instead of 1 can, I use 2, and then that way there's enough dumplings for me to be a pig, and everybody else to still get some. So and you're going to just drop them in. Don't worry about if they're going to stick together. They are not. Because as soon as they hit that broth, they start to cook. And they're not going to cook to where they're like, where they're all hard and stuff like bread. That's not going to like regular bread. They're actually soaking up the broth, so they are turning into dumplings. And one day I will show you how to make homemade dumplings, but today I just want to keep it nice and simple and easy and make it quick and easy for you. The chicken takes about, if it's thawed out, takes about 20 minutes or so to cook and start breaking up, and just boiled chicken. Make broth, you season it up, you put your dumplings in. Then you take your spoon, as I'm doing, and start to stir it around. And then that way you keep your dumplings broken up and they start to incorporate into the chicken. So now we're going to get the, oops, I'm making a mess over here. Going to get the other can of biscuits. I'm not going to let you watch me open because I am cheating. Yes, I am. By not making homemade biscuits. My grandmother's probably rolling over in her grave right now. But, and if my mother sees this video, she's going to call and have some words. But trust me, this is easy, this is quick, and it is absolutely delicious. Still, you get your comfort food that you like, and you're happy. Okay? It's the fall season, it's boot season, and it's comfort food season. It's time for soups, and stews, and chilies, and chicken and dumplings. How about that? So you see, I'm just breaking up more. And there we go. We're going to stir that in. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Now, and then when you get ready to serve your chicken and dumplings, this is going to be delicious. Okay, so now you're going to let the dumplings simmer. You're going to cut your fire down to low or medium low, depending on how hungry you are and how patient you are. And you're going to turn it down. And you're going to let this simmer for 10 minutes. Notice I said 10 minutes because you want the dumplings to taste good inside. You don't want them to be extra doughy. They're going to be doughy, but you don't want them to be like raw doughy. You want them to be dumpling doughy, if that's even a thing. Best way I can explain it. So I'm going to put the top on. We're going to simmer for about 10 minutes. No more than 10 minutes. And then this is going to be ready. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes and look at our chicken and dumplings. They look delicious. There's chicken. Oh, there's a bone. Found a bone, just straggling along. We'll get it out. Oh, where are the tongs? I saw it. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost the bone again. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. It looks absolutely delicious. You see how it's nice and creamy. That's the way it's supposed to look with our chicken and our dumplings. And it is good. Put it in a bowl, ready to eat. Alrighty, my darlings, there we have it. We made us a nice big pot of chicken and dumplings. If you have a large family, that's probably only gonna last you a night. But if you don't have a large family, if you're like me and just me and my husband and the dog at home, well, I have a large family, but they're all adults and going on with their lives. You don't care about that. Anyway, that large pot will last you a couple of days, and it is the best comfort food ever. Chicken and dumplings solves all the problems. It can solve world peace. All they had to do was make a great big old pot and then have everybody sit down at the table and eat it. Yeah, you didn't believe it? I didn't either. So, I hope that you really enjoyed this video and you enjoy this recipe. If you give it a try, you will not be disappointed. Nice and easy. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell so that you can know when we upload new videos. And we're going to give us a thumbs up if you like it. And share this video with someone that just may want to try to learn how to make a little chicken and dumplings but want to make it easy. So that's what we do. We're going to subscribe, we're going to like, and we are going to share. Now, if you want to know how to get some of our signature seasonings, you thought I was going to let you get away without talking about that? Are you crazy? Anyway, so if you want to know how to get some of our signature seasonings, I am going to put the link down below. You just go to stellaruth.net. We have a large variety of seasoning blends, sauces, and homemade salad dressings. They are all absolutely delicious. The majority of them are vegan and vegetarian friendly. I actually think I took the one that wasn't vegan friendly off. Yeah, I took those off. So everything is vegan friendly and vegetarian friendly because you know you have to do stuff when the stuff is in season. So I like to make sure that everything is fresh and it's all handcrafted. And so just visit our website and you can check that out, and there's a lot of things that are really, really good that you can try. And if you haven't already, we are in the middle of a giveaway, a contest, and we have until November the 15th. It's been extended. So all you have to do is leave a comment below on any video and your name goes into the drawing for some of our signature seasonings. Now, you get an entry every time you comment, and that's one per video. Now, if you want extra entries, all you have to do is go to our Instagram page, StellaRuth2930, or you can go to our Facebook page, which is Love Mom 2930. They, you know, we started out Love Mom, so they wouldn't let us change the name. So you can go to our Facebook page, Love Mom 2930, and we give ingredients every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on those days when the ingredients come up, all you have to do is tell us what you would make with those ingredients, and you have to use all of them now. Just tell us what you would make with those ingredients. Once you do that, your name goes into the drawing as well. So there's lots of different ways to get an entry into the contest. You guys keep putting in those entries. Keep commenting down below. I love it when you talk back to me, and I thank you. So, whew, Lord, that said a lot, child. I had to catch my breath. Oh, Lord. Okay. I had to catch my breath. So, we're doing some revamping of the videos and revamping, period, and trying some new looks of some things. So, just bear with us while we're under construction, and it's going to come out beautiful when it's all over. We're just redoing some stuff. It's time for some new, fresh things. So, and we've changed our logo and all of that kind of stuff. So as we're transitioning, just bear with me. I'm still going to give you as many videos as possible along the journey. So again, I thank you guys very much for stopping by and just giving me a little bit of time out of your life, just a little bit of time out of your life on a regular basis, just stopping by and taking a look, because you don't have to do that. People's lives are busy. So I love it that you take a minute and spend it with little old me. I thank you so much again for stopping by. I love you, love you, love you as always. God bless you and happy cooking.